Welcome to the Amputee Angler, and we are out on the boat this morning and it is a lovely day. One thing I will say for those that have been out the last week or so, autumn and winter is fast creeping in. Got that crisp chill in the air now. You're getting that mist on your breath in the mornings and you're having to turn the heating on. There are probably not many people in the country that haven't turned the heating on by now, but we've got a lovely beautiful day. I'll just show you where we are today. No secret. And today we are going to be conger eel fishing. We're on a little wreck. It's just in close. I didn't want to go too far today. So rigs this morning, going to go nice and simple. We've got a ugly stick 30-50 boat rod. Okay, really strong rod for this job, really good. And we've got a Penn Squall 30 LW on there. Okay, really nice beefy reel for the job. And that's loaded with 80-pound braid. It doesn't have to be anything special when you're congering, all right? You're going to be rubbing the wreck all the time, and obviously, but naturally, you're going to lose gear when you're congering. That's just the way it goes. And then rigs-wise, it's just a simple running ledger to a length of 200. I think this is 200-pound break and strain mono, may even be 250. And then what we've got is a 8.0 Cox and Rule meat hook on there. And then what we've done is we put a little muppet on the end. This is then double crimped. So it's folded back through the crimp, and when I say double crimped, it's twofold really. One, I'm not just crimping one side of the crimp. You crimp one side and then you crimp the other, but for a bit of added, just for security, I'll put another crimp on there as well. So if one does fail, or I was having a bit of a mare with my crimping, I've got another one there. And then what I've done is I've got a little length of clear silicone tubing, so it's like shrink tube, and all I've done is just literally giving that a quick blast with a lighter over there, nice and gentle, and that's moulded to the hook. Now what the muppet and the silicone tubing does, it just gives it a bit of protection. The muppet is obviously a bit of attraction as well, but these congers, they've got big teeth, you're in the wrecks, and if you do get something decent, when it's chomping down on that line, it's not wearing the line through. It gives it a bit of protection. It's worked really well this year with taupe. You know, when you've had taupe on when I've been turbiting and stuff, and that's got me fishing when I wouldn't have previously got it. So I've got the drift line sorted now, so we should be pretty good to get the anchor in shortly. I'm just going to make sure that the wreck is coming up on the finder, and then once that's done, we'll go in there and we'll get the anchor in and we'll get set up. There we go, all anchored up. You can see where I've just done a test drift, just to have a look, work out which way we're drifting. First one was down here somewhere, and we was obviously going to miss it on that one, so obviously I've gone round again. This is before we've dropped the anchor, and we've gone to there and we've come down on the drift there, and obviously that would have been a nice one. So we dropped the anchor in about here, but she's still sort of settling at the minute. But the main thing is that you're not moving on the anchor, and we're going to drop into this side of the wreck. We've got, what you can't see is we've got quite a strong northerly wind that's actually pushing us this way, and the tide runs here because it's still ebbing. The tide actually runs sort of that way anyway, so when I drop the baits in, they're naturally hopefully going to drop into this bit of the wreck. Okay, and we do have a bit of sticks out on this wreck. Yeah, we should be all good. So I'm going to get baited up now and get the rods down and see if we can't get anything on the last of this ebb. It's actually a lot more choppy than it was forecast here. So my man, the fish locker, mentioned it yesterday. These horrible northerlies, you can get up inside, but it doesn't have to create a bit of a small swell. It's a really short wave, and you go over it, and you're bouncing like you're on a bloody vibrating plate. Thought we had a knock there. We've holding on the anchor nicely. We've swung right round now, and we're right where I said we were going to be. That northerly wind has pushed us in, and we are on the edge of the wreck there, so we're all good. Hopefully we can pick something up. It'll take a little while for the scent to get in the water. Hopefully the eels start coming out of the holes that they're in, then we can go from there. It'd be nice if this swell dies down though. It is making it quite cold and quite chilly, but we'll see how we get on. Well, the forecast of the day was just a few mile-an-hour northerlies, you know, 5, 6, then dropping off for the day, which hopefully it will do. But currently we've got, I don't know, you can see this horrible little chop, and I reckon it's blowing at least a 10 out here. And we've got some white horses. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's white horses here. Now it's perfectly fine because it's a northerly, we're nice and comfortable. If it was a bit further off, it would be horrible. But what it's doing is it's really pushing us off our mark. We started here and I anticipated we'd sort of swing round to here on the rope, but it really swung around a bit now, so we're okay, we can drop back into it. But it's more the fact we are rolling around a lot more than I wanted to. But we're okay, we're fishing, so it's always a good day. But about an hour of the tide turns, and then we'll haul the anchor up, swing around to the other side, and then we'll have a good 6 hours clear fishing on the flood, and hopefully we can, the tide cuts in a bit more there, so hopefully this wind drops off, and then we've got a bit more settled boat to fish with. I've just hauled the anchor up. It's just on an ordinary ring, nice and simple. I'll get a video of it next time. Just swinging around on this wind too much. I mean, you can see now how much the camera's moving. I'm side on. It's just this horrible short swell where it's just rocking all over the show, and the boat was north to south and we weren't even on the wreck, so absolutely no point in sitting there. There was a commercial just inside as well, and he hauled his gear, and it was quite close to my anchor. I saw him when I anchored up, but just taking this opportunity to haul up now while he's got his nets up, because he's probably going to reshoot back on that line if he's got a bit of fish. So we're just going to drift around for a bit. I'll drag some baits on the bottom and just wait for the tide to turn. Hopefully this wind drops off, because if it doesn't, we're going to have a bit of a long old day here. But yeah, we'll drift about a bit, have a bit of something to eat, and then we'll see what's going on. Another one. Oh, we had a fish on, guys. Still got one on. This one's on a bit of cuttle, this one. Doesn't feel particularly big. The other rod's in the wreck. I was just putting a glove on to try and get that one out. And yeah, and there we go. Got our first eel. There we go. It's also just spat up an old mackerel fillet. Spin up in the tide there. There we go. Gonna take the weight off, get the weight out of the way so it's not banging about. Get that out of the way there, and there we go. Eel numero uno. Nice baby eel there. There you go, you can see the hook just in the mouth there. There we go. Leave that there for a second. Made a right mess of that trace, but they always do, we know that. There we go. Conger eel number one. Not a monster, but it's a fish nonetheless. Feels a slightly better one. This one's fighting back. Oh, it's going for the wreck. Oh, there we go. This is a better one. This is a much better one. Oh, get out of that wreck. You got to get them out of that wreck straight away. If you don't, then they're going to just take you in it, and that's it. Gear gone. Get some line back on it. Oh, I got to get some nods that I was showing you, and I thought the line was going a bit farther from the back of the boat. I thought the line was scooting away from the boat, so I thought I'd bring it in and drop it down again. As I've reeled in, it connected to it. Let's get some line back on this now. Going to the groin here, apologies for the filming. There we go. Feels like a better fish. That last one was quite tiny. Let's crank this drag up a bit more. Oh, that is a better fish. That is a nice eel. I know you're not going to be able to see that, but that is a nice eel. A very nice eel. Now, well, you can see that on the camera. But that is a snake. There's like an anaconda coming in there, look at that. That is a lovely eel. Beautiful eel. Look at that. Okay. Try and get him in here. Oh. He is an angry, angry man. That is a nice eel, guys. Woo! There we go. I'll put some gloves on, get a T-bar. A slightly better one. This one's fighting back. Oh, it's going for the wreck. Oh, there we go. This is a better one. There we go. One eel. Don't know how big it is, but that's a good. That's got it going on for plus 30. Lovely eel. Second fish of the day. He's going back. Can't see him, but he's swung back. All right. There's no easy way of getting him back in when they're that big. And I've got 2 fake legs. He's over the side. He's done. Second fish of the day. 30+ pound eel, easy. Boom. So guys, that was the bait. Just a bit of cuttle. Still going to be able to use that. Muppet there doing its job. You can see it's been rasping up that a little bit, but that's all it was. Just a bit of cuttle, single hooked. Out on the way up, I don't know if you noticed it on the camera, but it actually coughed up my old bait. I lost a fish on this a minute ago. It had a mackerel flapper on it, and it actually coughed it up. So I know who and what the culprit was. But yeah, that was a bait. Nice long bit of cuttle. I actually caught this cuttle turbot in the other day. So waste not, want not. And there we go. There we go, we're on again. There we go. Gotta get them out of that wreck straight away. If you don't, they're in that wreck. This isn't like turbot fishing where I'm saying don't pump the rod and don't get, you know, don't bully them. You got to bully these ones. If you don't bully them, they're in that wreck and they're out. And that's it. Not as big as the last one, I think. But still better than the first. Oh. Still haven't got that second rod out. I don't want to get it out the way these are biting. Woo! There it is up on the back there. Don't know how well you can make that out. These are coming. Still a nice eel. Trouble with this tide, it's ripping through here now. It's a peak of the flood. They just get up in that tide and you got to anchor them back. They're doing a death roll like a crocodile. And you're trying to keep your gear away from the wrap, and you're trying to be conscious that if it pings, you've got a 12-ounce leg coming back at you. But it's good fun. You'll notice I'm just keeping the rod out to the side just in case it does ping. It's going to ping up the side of the boat and not towards me. It ain't a monster, but it ain't small either. Let's get this weight off. Take the weight off as soon as you can, and then you ain't got to worry about it going anywhere. Then click the trace up, and then we're away. Right, lovely hook. Hooked beautifully in the top of the jaw. Once again, I'm just going to unclip the line. That's it, done now. The eel can swim around. The rod's going to get out your way. like so. And now he's quite comfortable down there on the floor. Easy, you haven't got to panic with these. A lot of people, I see people flapping all over the show, and it's an eel. If you're tender with it, if you're soft with the eel, it'll just run you all around your boat. Sometimes when you're trying to hold it up, you've just got to get it, grip it in a death grip, and then hold it up for your photos. If you don't, it will just run you all over the. Look at that slime on there. They really are snotty. Alright, let's see if we can show you the hook hold on this one. Right. There he is. I mean about the hook, you just get hold of him. There's the hook. It's right in that top drawer. Probably don't even need a T-bar for that one. He says. Oh, I'm slipping off my seat. There you go, he's out. I'm probably too close to the wreck. I'll learn my lesson in a minute and I'll move away. But have another bite straight into the wreck. I think there's a bit of net down there or something, because I can feel it when he hooks up. I can feel it. Again, just left him and then came back to do a little bit of pressure on him. I felt a little bit of give. It must have had its tail wrapped around something. Yeah, a little bit of give, and we got him out again. It's going to be another reel. Here it comes. There we go. I'm just talking to my friends on camera there. Yeah, another reel. So yeah, they've all been I've been quite lucky today. Most of them have been nicely hooked. This was actually a little bit deeper than I thought it was. Oh no, we're okay. So use a T-bar now. What you got to do is hook it in there, and you have to use the fish's own weight against it. Try and do it for you. There you go. Oh, got it eventually. There we go. There we go, guys. Another one. Another little jungle monster. Back he goes. It's a bite, look. Sometimes they can be slow and twitchy, and other times they can be quite rattly. Yeah, now we've anchored up right. We're going straight in the money. The other one's in the wreck there. I've tied it off in the cleat, hoping it's going to pull out, but that one might have to be cut yet. We'll have to have a look. But yeah, we're getting there. Got the other rod out the wreck. We lost the gear sadly, but I've just tackled it up. Dropped it down, a fresh bait. She's got a knock, and we're going to have a go at this. Oh, we hooked him that time. We hooked him that time. Not a big one. Not a big one by any means, this one. But it was playing about. It was playing about for a while. Had to double up my leads here. The tide was running so hard, you can probably see it in the back of the engine. Running so hard, the 12 ounces weren't keeping bottom, and I ain't got nothing bigger on the boat. Don't normally fish much heavier than that, even out deep. Get out. I've lost one of my leads. Oh, we got it though, yeah! Oh, guys, I'm glad I'm filming this, because this is a beauty of a fish. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is a lovely bass. Oh, it is a bass wreck, this one. And I thought we might have a chance of getting one if we're here anchored up, and oh, it's just fell out of the mouth. Well, it's a bass wreck we're on. I do know you get bass on here, and I was hoping we might pick one up on a, might pick one up there or two, but we did. I got struck into this, and so it wasn't very big. It didn't feel very big, and there we go. That's why. I don't know what he goes. It's a nice fish. Not going to be the double that I was after, but it's a nice fish. We'll measure it anyway if we can. Well, the decision to get that rod out the wreck has paid off. Literally 30 seconds of being down, and it was 30 seconds. I promise you it wasn't even longer than that. Within 30 seconds of that being down, we've had a rattly bite, and I've wound down, struck into it. Hopefully I've got it on camera. And it's a lovely bass, weighed just under 6 ounce, under 6 pound. So yeah, nice fish. Wouldn't mind a few more of those, but you know, decisions pay off. We've left that rod in the wreck for ages there, and yeah, I thought, no, trying to get it up, it hasn't pinged off. We just cut it, get it off. So that's what we did, and paid off big time. Happy with that. What a difference a few hours makes, eh? Well, we were banging about all over the show this morning. It was horrible, and I come very close to going in. If it hadn't have been low tide, I probably would have taken a steam in. And I'm glad I didn't, because we've had some nice congers. And we've had a nice little bass now as a bonus. I was hoping we might get one, but we did. That rang true. But this is absolutely lovely. I'm actually sweating out here now. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can see I'm hot. I've taken my jumper off, the jacket off, the lot. Winning. Well, we got one on, but he's in the wreck. I'm just going to let some line off. I'm just going to leave him there. We're a little bit closer to the wreck on this drift. I should have probably pulled it back another 20 foot and gone forward a bit, but he's had that and he's got in the wreck. So we'll leave him there. Sometimes if you leave them, they work their way out the holes. Other times they'll be in there wrapping them round, and you ain't going to get it back. If I lose that, I'll lose it. But he's in there. Hopefully he comes out. We'll leave him there for a minute. If he does, I'll let you know, and if he doesn't, I'll still let you know. Same eel on there now, and what I've done, I'm literally giving him some slack line to think he snapped me off, and the idea is that he relaxes a little bit and thinks, well, I've got to move here from some time, and he comes down and we put some pressure on him. That's the plan. There we go. While we were doing that, the other one went off. Subtlest of bites. It's been a bit quiet here for a while. Our tide's been racing through, and then we re-anchored. Let's get it up. Come this way, maybe you can still see it. Oh my good God, we've had it all today. This, that is a big cod. Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? Oh, I saw it nodding and I wound into it, and I thought it's coming up nice and easy. It's a cod. Oh, and the other rod's still got, is he out? Is he out? Oh no, he's still in there. He's still in there. Oh, wait to see this. Right, we got a big cod on the deck, and suddenly my rod started lunging over, the one that was in the wreck, and he's out. Oh God, I want to get this cod back if I can, but just goes to show when you get in that wreck. He was hard in that wreck there. He was hard, innit? He weren't getting out. I've left him, and he's made his own way out. I want to say it's a conger, because it's riding up in the tide there at the back. And it is a conger. There we go, it's only a small one. He's in there, and he got in that wreck. He got himself so tangled up I couldn't get him out. You leave him 10 minutes and he gets himself out. Right, and now you can stay there while I deal with this cod. Just going to unclip the trace, get that rod out of the way. Oh, right pickle now, he's only lightly hooked. Let's deal with this cod first because his hook's quite deep. Well, that's out. Okay. There we go. Beautiful Sussex cod. Happy with that. Now, I've been berating people for putting these back. Or not putting them back, should I say, because they're just as in danger as anything else. So, I wouldn't be much of a man if I didn't at least attempt to put him back. So I will try, and then we'll deal with that eel that we got on the floor, because both rods are in the water at the minute. Right, I'll try and hold him in there. I'll try and hold him and see if we can get him back. If we can't, he's going to have to come home. He's not going to go back. So, he's not going to go back, unfortunately. I tried, but he's taking a bit of trauma on the way up there, but never mind. Okay, so this is the monster that got us in the wreck. Like I said earlier on, just got to get hold of them. Don't be scared of them. They're not going to bite you. Everyone thinks they're going to bite. They won't have you. You'll be fine. This one in the wreck was there probably a good 5-10 minutes while I was dealing with that cod, and suddenly saw that left rod bouncing around, which tells me obviously he's out. Reel him in. There we are. That's all it was. No rigs lost, no weights lost, no gear lost. Rocking and rolling. All of these last few fish, bit of tubing, as I said earlier. Oh, bit of tubing. You got your muppet on there for protection. It's an 8.0 meat hook, this one, and a bit of cuddle just stapled on there. Actually, there we go. Try and get a photo. This one's going again. It's right in the wreck. This one. I've been stuck in there twice now. I think Addy will take me in there twice, but we got him out. But it's going again. But a real mixed bag today. It's been nice. Oh, I felt him on the end there. He let go. Always go straight back down. They're not shy, these congers. They will come back to it. I said there's a bit of net down there, and obviously the wreck. A couple of times the conger's been in there now, had its tail wrapped round something, and I just left it and I managed to get it out. I'll put that back. I'll leave it there for a bit. We'll come back to it. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh, this is a better one. Oh, get out of that wreck. He's going for that wreck. Oh, he's reached it, I think he's got in there. Oh no, he's got in there. Oh no, he might be out. Oh, he's got in that wreck. Oh, I can feel him in there. Oh, let him get in there. I gave him too much line. That's a better fish, this one. Oh, he's got his tail wrapped around something. Oh no, I lost that battle there, and I. Oh. All right, I'm just gonna leave him. I'll leave him. Oh God, I gave him. He beat me in a battle there. It just goes to show it was a better fish, that one. I can feel it. It was a better fish. And he's got in there. He's got in that same bit. Something in there. They're getting their tails wrapped around. But the last two have come out. Yeah, he might be off now. Let's try again. Come on out, you come. No, he's in there still. He's not having none of it. Just have to leave him. All right, I'll leave him. I'll come back to him. But you got to bully these fish out. I wasn't strong enough there. He had to run around on me, and he's winning this battle now. But he's still there. You can see him nodding away. Hopefully he comes out. So I don't know where you're going to see this, but we'll have a look. Talk about quickly trimming your engine on your boat. When you're on an anchor, wrecking, or on a reef maybe, you're in one position. When your engine's straight, the tide's obviously rushing past the boat, and the tide is rushing past the boat here. We've got a fair bit of tide. Just by swinging the anchor, the engine over to one side, yeah, I'm fully over starboard now. You can hopefully see the boat is now shifting, as are the lines, and the wreck's now come up on the sounder. Now if I go the other way, it'll go the other way. Now you can move your position of your boat sometimes as much as 10-20 degrees, maybe even more, to one way or another. So rather than having to haul the anchor up to change your position, you can just turn the wheel of your engine and you've got a new fishing position, as I'm just doing now. Easy, top tips. Well, I didn't show you filming it, but as a bloke with no legs, anyone who's got problems, you know, it's not just no leg problems, any problems, back problems, arm problems. If you haven't learned how to do the ordinary ring method yet, and you're still hand hauling an anchor by hand, get on there and have a look at how to find out how to rig up an ordinary ring, and your life will become so much easier. In fact, I'll try and do a video on it next time I'm out. Now I was happy to share the wreck because I've sat one end of it, and this guy's turned up at a drift, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'm on the northern end. It's a big enough wreck to do it. But then when he finishes, he steams right over the wreck. Now I'm not bassing, I'm congering, so I'm not overly fussed. But had I been sat here anchor bassing, that would have really got to me. Bad etiquette. Don't do it. Well, we've just repositioned to a different part of the wreck now. That last boat came and gone, steamed all over it, and I was like, well, I'm not in the centre of the wreck, so fair play. So I've actually moved now, and I've moved to the other end of it, and this will put me a bit more central. Once the tide pushes me round a little bit, the wreck is basically here on the south side this time, and it will swing me round. We'll be bang on the middle of the wreck, hopefully. So I'm going to get some baits down, have another hour or so, see how we get on. It just drifted off the wreck too much the other end, and they were having to come out their holes to find the bait, which is okay. They will do that, but the tide's really rushing now. I think they want the bait in their faces. So we've repositioned, and we'll see how we get on, and we'll go from there, and hopefully we can get a few more eels for us. Again, guys. Oh, feels like another good one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Do you know what? I don't do much of this congering. I don't like going all the way out there, and everyone says you've got to go far, and here we are. I ain't far from shore, and this feels like another good eel. That last one was 30 plus easy. I was just, he's going again. Oh, he snapped off. He snapped off. Wonder what's happened there. That's 200 pound mono. That is 200 pound. Shrink tubing, a muppet, and two crimps, crimped either side, and somehow it's still got through that. You know, that was the one that had the last one on it. Two hooks and that's gone. So yeah, there you go. Goes to show you got to come prepared when you're doing this sort of fishing, and I was prepared, and I've still lost a nice eel. It did feel like a nice eel, that one as well. Never mind, we'll get another trace set up and we'll go. That's the beauty of having traces made up. I had 3 or 4 already made up. You know, that might not be enough looking at it today, but that last one just bit through. 150, 200 pound mono, 2 crimps either side, plastic shrink tubing, and a muppet for protection, and it still managed to bite through it. Admittedly, it did have a 30 pounder on it the go before, but yeah, it shouldn't be biting through that easy. So I've got to really up this gear a little bit, I think, because you know, that's only a 30 pound deal. You know, this wreck here, I'm told, holds quite big ones, so if you get something bigger, it's just going to go. So we've got to rethink some of this tackle, but back in the game again straight away because you've got gear prepped up. Make sure you've got rigs in the bag, guys. Well, that's the end of our day. 2 more fish get me into the wreck there, and this time I didn't get them back. They were in there. Game was up for those two, so we lost the gear on those. But I was probably a little bit too close to the wreck. I thought I was on the first time it went in, and I thought, well, a fish are there, got to be in it to win it, all that sort of mentality. And I did manage to get another one out, and then we lost both rigs then. So coming to the end of the day now anyway, so time to get home and get some dinner. But it's been a really good day today. This morning, it's one of those days where you persevere and you get the rewards. This morning didn't go according to plan at all. The weather forecast was horrible compared to what it was. It really was horrible, and I would have gone home. Had it not been low tide, so I couldn't get on the berth, I would have gone home. So I hung about, and then a commercial bass boat, in fact 2 commercial bass boats, popped onto the wreck I was going to go on, and they didn't have any bass on it, so they moved on. And then we managed to get the anchor in, and we had not a bad session there. Got an eel there, I don't know what it weighs, I don't know, probably knocking on for £35, maybe 40 if you're being generous. And then we had a nice bass, which was a good surprise. It wasn't expecting bass, but they are on here, so that was always a nice bonus. And then the cod, known as unicorns around here, but they are here, they're not unicorns, that they're on, if you know where to go certain times of the year, you catch cod. It's no big secret for those that know. And that was good. I tried putting it back, but unfortunately it had gone. It was in the landing there, held it by its tail, and it was just feeling sorry for itself. It weren't going to go back, so rather than let it go back, the other half will have that today or tomorrow. She'll have that for her tea. If not, someone will. But yeah, there we go. All in all, a good day, and I'll get the footage up. In fact, if you're watching this, you've already seen the footage, but I'm going to get myself home now. I'm going and relax and have a nice cup of tea. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, it really helps me, and I really like to grow the channel just because I enjoy doing it, and hopefully you enjoy watching. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.